It is.
Even though it's bullshit sweet tea,
It's still refreshing to you.
it's still got that. I don't know. I can see why it's so popular in the South. There's something about walking out into the humidity of the night,
Hmm.
drinking from a big jar of sweet tea. It's just
Hmm.
goddamn satisfying.
Wouldn't it be satisfying if you did it elsewhere, though?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know either.
Not as much. There's something about that combination of things.
Hmm. Good salami.
How dare you even show your face to these people after that middle finger you gave them?
I know, dude. I'm just here to make amends, you know. Here to apologize for all of our cruelty. Oh, man. There's like a crew of people desperately trying to fucking whip up a frenzy on the subreddit, but it ain't happening. By and large, it seems like people enjoyed it, so I enjoyed myself. I genuinely had fun making it. And not just for the jab at the audience and their expectations either. I had fun with the content. I thought we made some funny jokes about manatees. I learned some shit about manatees. That's what the show's all about. I was in the middle of watching a flat earther question why photos of the sun don't have a blue black background like what we see in the daytime. Cool. Yeah, that's a good question, man. I hope he figures that one out. Mmm. Salami.
Salamis.
Yeah, dude. I've got a selection of 3 different types of salamis here. I've got some Genoa salami, some hard salami, and some pepperoni. Threw them bitches on the grill for a little while, let them get a little crisp. That's a pretty good keto meal. Caesar salad. Yeah, you are drunk.
This is proof that I've always been edgy, Paul.
Oh yeah.
This is someone
Let's
I
see.
knew in seventh grade sent me this that I drew and gave to them.
Oh, it's like a shirt.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, you were edgy. So, like somebody that you were friends with in 7th grade.
I don't even think they were friends of mine. I think they just liked it, so I gave it to them.
Oh, cool. That's neat.
It was like for a class project. Each of us got like that shirt-shaped piece of paper and we were supposed to draw something on it. Like, draw a shirt.
Mm,
I drew that.
cool.
And some kid from the class came up to me in the cafeteria later. Hey, it was cool. I'm like, here, take it.
Neat.
And then today he wrote me. He's like, hey, I found this thing you drew for me back in seventh grade.
Uh-huh. Cool. He went looking for you, dude.
I guess so. Either that or he knew what became of me and just happened to find that and sent it to me. But it's proof that my edge extends to deep in the past.
Do 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 do. Mmm. Whew. So if you had to have sex with one of the Jonas brothers, I don't know the difference between the Jonas brothers, so I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you one Jonas from another. I couldn't pick a Jonas out of a lineup.
Whichever one has the solo career. He's rich.
Oh, okay. What does his richness have to do with anything, though?
Well,
Like,
maybe
what?
he likes
How are
the
you going to
sex,
get that
you know?
money?
He likes the sex,
I mean, you'd have to
Getting
give him
married,
the stellar
getting
sex.
divorced. Take
Hmm?
half his shit.
Could happen.
Or you could just film it and blackmail him.
Could do that too.
This hits the internet. This should give me 10 mil.
Nick Jonas. Okay, so you want to fuck Nick then? I don't know. I'd have to look at them all. I don't have the Machiavellian designs TJ has on the Jonas fortune. I just want that Jonas booty. I want to get the fruitiest Jonas booty, and I don't know which one that is. I'm focused all on the booty. Paul must save the fatherland from the sea cow. What? How's the humble sea cow hurt anybody's fatherland?
Sea cow.
You heard it. You heard when we talked about it. Yeah, they're an indicator species. When sea cows are around, it means that the environment is happy. How you could turn your nose up at them, I just don't know. I just don't know. You must have no heart beating in your chest. No heart.
I didn't know they got as big as they did.
I learned a bunch about manatees today.
They could get like 13 feet long.
I didn't know they could fart for 45 straight seconds.
I didn't know they could live to be 69 years old.
Yeah.
And die of unnatural causes at that.
I didn't know that they liked to have these big, like, rape herds. You know?
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about the goddamn manatees.
We learned many a thing.
We learned tonight. Yeah, I was telling Ashley earlier, it's the one show that we've done of this where I wished I could see the chat the whole show. Because most of the time I'm just like, holy shit, how glad am I that I can't see this chat. But tonight I really genuinely would love to have a fucking look at the chat during the show.
I mean, you can watch those replays.
That's true. The live chat replay is still up for it.
It's great. It's mostly threes.
Oh, dude, we were never going to talk about Brett Keane. Like, anybody that actually genuinely saw that and believed we were going to do anything other than what we did, it hasn't been listening to it.
I did everything in my power to mislead them. But
Well, that's the great thing. People that didn't watch DP won't be confused because we did a straight end, like, with a few digressions, but a pretty straight episode on manatees. We found some funny shit. We cracked some jokes. We all learned some shit about manatees. That's what we do on Deep Fat Fried. That's what every show is. We're taking a look at a topic through whatever lens we want and learning something that we didn't know about it.
I got this big ass roach just crawling around up there.
Oh, yeah, that's huge, man. Yeah, that's like the size of that one that fucking Squeaks left on Ashley's pillow with its fucking guts pouring out of its neck and its legs all twitching in unison and shit. Ugh. Loved the show, guys. The chat was manic and childish. Cool. I'm glad. That's pretty awesome.
It was like a series of it's mostly threes and thumbs down and I'm unsubscribing and I'm canceling my patronage. And I didn't see. I went to Patreon. I'm like, oh shit, we really losing patrons? Like, nope, gaining them. Okay.
Yeah, we gained patrons during the show, so the people crying about canceling their patrons were either canceled out by people who can take a joke or are full of shit. Either way, it's a win-win. Thanks for pinning my comment on the newest episode. Yeah. Seriously, great show. Not the best show, I guess, but I had a great time watching. Informative and deliciously misleading. Thanks. Cool. Glad you had a good time. So did we.
Yeah. I put it in the middle of the pack in terms of the show itself.
We were all filled with glee at the thought of doing this show for the last few days that we've known we were doing it. Each and every one of us in our own way was filled with glee knowing that this show was coming up on the calendar. And it paid off, for sure. So much research, yeah, dude. Tireless. Tireless round the clock research. Burned the midnight oil to get this done. And it was a success. Could you actually do a Bret Hart DFF? Yeah. I mean, we could. Like, I think tonight proves something, too, outside of the general context of the joke we played on the audience. I think it proves that we can do pretty much a show on anything we want, which is good to know. So, yes.
The humble paperclip.
Yeah. I mean, leaves. You know what I mean? Do you really choose Elder Scrolls by accident, or was that kayfabe? No, that was not kayfabe. That was 100% true. I pulled an entire show that we had decided not to do because nobody else but me knew anything about it, and we did it anyway.
Well, you've already done the research.
Yeah, there was. I mean, you know, it was either that or a shittily researched other video that we hastily threw some shit together for at the last minute. I think we made the right choice. But yeah, that was my bad. I mean, what are you going to do? I'm a stoner. I'm going to do stoner shit sometimes, like pull an entire show we agreed not to do. You know, what do we roll with the punches? What are you going to do?
Yeah, not our finest show, but, you know, I think considering the circumstances came out all right.
Yeah. Whatever. We got it done. It won't happen again. It's one of those things, you know, one of those mistakes that I can only really see myself making one time. I'm definitely going to make sure that I'm pulling for the right episode from here on out, and, you know, say la vie, we move on. No harm, no foul, you know? At least little harm. Paul, did you see my post on Reddit? I have no idea. Like, this idea that you have a personality to me that transfers between social medias is something you need to let go of. I have no idea who you are, so... Yeah.
You always know Kawaii.
Yeah, there are a few people here who have distinguished themselves in the way that, like, I can recognize them on Twitter or Facebook or wherever else they're popping up. But 90% of it, and that's not a slight, it's just the truth. There's too many of you in here for me to know on an individual level. I'm your father, Paul. Cool. Well, fuck you, Dad. Do you recognize me? Nope. I mean, like, if I haven't mentioned your name or directly interacted with you in any way, you can assume that you are in the group of people that I'm talking about.
You are the face.
In fact, if you don't even want to think about that, you can just assume it anyway, because the vast preponderance of you are that in here. There are 4 or 5 people that have distinguished themselves enough for me to recognize them across platforms. Otherwise, you guys are all just kind of people that are here.
Jay Darky, Dome Kid, Coolman,
Yeah.
Creamage,
Yeah.
Skeptical Jesus,
My homeboy fucking Triplical.
Marshall Manson,
yeah.
Kawaii Cost.
I mean, we're getting down to the, Lord J. Darky.
Yeah, I mentioned him already.
Lamau, yeah, I know him from in here because he's one of my boys. He's one of my wrenches. But yeah, I mean, that's like, what, 10 people?
Moppy Puppy.
Yeah, Moppy Puppy, yeah.
Doesn't show up much, but
Naughty Priest.
Naughty Priest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really know much about him other than he does some kind of farming shit, struggles with depression, and has a lot of money. Or at least gives a lot of money.
Jar of Piss, yeah.
Yeah, Jar of Piss.
He's around. He's around.
That's about it for me.
Yep, that's about it. I don't wish you all died. I'm happy you guys are here.
You just have yet to distinguish yourselves in our minds.
I mean, what do you expect me to do? I'm supposed to know each and every one of the 189 plus people that are in here right now? Just sorry, I don't have that. I don't have a Rolodex in my head.
I mean, how many people are? I mean, there's probably at least 1,000 or so, or 1,500 people
that make up
frequent
the
Highdeology
odd,
off
yeah,
and on.
during different times of the day, because this is done at every fucking time of the day you can imagine.
Yeah, and I'm sure some people check out like one a week or a couple a month or something.
Yeah, so it's just way too, you know,
So
it's just not in the cards, man.
I don't think it's anything to feel bad about. Some people are just larger personalities than others.
Like, I know that, like, at the meetup, I'm going to be made to feel bad at least 5 or 10 times too, because somebody will come up to me and be like, "Dude, remember me? I was at this meetup," and I'll be like, "Nope, sorry."
Sometimes I kind of remember their face. I never remember a name.
I mean, sometimes I can remember both, but a lot of times I don't remember the person. Like, that's been like over a year now, or, you know, depending on which meetup they were at.
Were you at the original LA meetup?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
that
were.
was my, like,
That was your first.
that was my job application basically.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got hired 2 nights after that in the backyard.
That was a cool meetup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Was that the one with the guy that you were doing story time and he was like hanging out in the front, like, "Man, this sucks." Everyone else is like listening. And
Oh yeah,
laughing.
that dude that was on something.
Yeah.
Tried to get up on stage a bunch of times. Yeah. It's just like, whoa.
There's always one person that's too fucked up.
At least one, yeah. Usually there's multiples.
Hey, baby.
Don't know how open you guys are to suggestions, but I think a DFF on Henry VIII would be cool. Dude basically started a religion so he could justify his divorce and bang someone else. Yeah, he'd definitely make a good topic.
Yeah, I mean we've done some tyrants, so
We've done quite a few now, or at least a couple now. But yeah, I always like doing those episodes, the historical episodes, even though I don't know, I'm not the best at pulling for them. I think Scotty tends to pull.
that's usually what we usually give Scotty those.
Yeah. Like the ancient historical episodes and stuff. Scotty seems to be the one with the eye for those. So
Yeah, anything like historical or statistical, he's usually the better person to pull for.
just got a more analytical mind.
All
But
kind of go to for things with like the human touch.
right, I'm good at pulling biographies and telling human stories and shit. So episodes that focus heavily on a pop culture figure or whatever, there's a good chance that I'll get a good portion of the research on that.
Like when we did the fast food episode, Paul kind of pulled the origin stories behind all the places, and I pulled the commercials and the marketing.
Well, that's really where your strength is in pulling too, is the mass media shows that we've done. Anything that's got a lot of videos about it, TJ's got the best eye out of all of us for that.
And Scotty pulled all the statistical stuff we played at the end.
Right. So that was a good example show of like the collaborative nature of how we pull things for the show.
But usually it's one person.
Usually, yeah, 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Like for this last show, Scotty and I did most of the pulling.
Yeah, I pulled a few things, but you guys pulled the majority because by the time I was awake, it was
Right.
pretty much already had a bunch of stuff.
But I mean, that's like, you know, that's just kind of like the ebb and flow of the show. Everybody contributes on a pretty much equal level.
Yeah, we got some major work to do to pull for our big 24-hour show.
Oh, dude, that's my life. Starting tomorrow for the next fucking, like, until Friday, until noon on Friday, that's my life. Because I know for a fact that I've got 2 things under my name only, 3 or 4 other things that are multi-pulls.
Yep.
I mean, it's just,
Yeah, it's going to be a lot.
it's a lot of shit, man. 24 straight hours of show. With our commitment not to do filler bullshit, not to vamp for time too much, not to take a bunch of breaks, but to really fill 24 straight hours with content. I mean, that ain't easy.
You know, but when you count, last time when we did the 12-hour show, we made sure that the videos totaled 12 hours, even though we took some breaks.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
A 24-hour show is going to take more than 24 hours.
Right, we're going to be up for more than a day doing it, because we have to take breaks. We have to break this thing up into chunks, and we have to be human beings and take a shit, take 10 minutes to ourselves, smoke a cigarette, smoke a joint and fucking collect ourselves and get ourselves back in performance mode. So, but we're not counting those breaks towards the total time of the show. When we take a break, we make up for it with show. We've planned a show for the 24-hour show and started pulling for one that is going to be 24 hours of straight content. No bullshit, no vamping, no filler. I mean, whatever, a little bit of that. There's a little bit of that to every show. But it is not going to be the, that's just our commitment to doing these longer shows. You know, if we're going to do a show, I want to do a show that I could reasonably expect somebody who had time off from work and shit to sit down and watch the whole goddamn thing and be entertained. And I might fall down on that, but I'm going to do my goddamnedest to do it.
Yeah, I think we kept it pretty good on our 12-hour show. I just can't imagine doing that something twice as long. But fairly soon, that will be the reality that I'm stuck in. So,
Yep. Would asking for a ban would earn one a ban? No. I guess not. I don't know. I can't find a problem with that. Matinee episode was whack. Gonna smoke some dank. Cool. Well, that's a good thing to do when you feel disappointment. Go get some weed. Sit down. Puff the ganj a little bit.
puff the ganja.
Let your mind fucking mellow a little bit. Let it marinate in the THC for a little while. And then see if you're still as salty after a J, That's a good thing. I do that sometimes. Like when I'm all bowed up about something and I have a few minutes, I'll smoke a bowl.
Smoke that bowl.
Smoke a bowl, and I'll be like,
Smoke that bowl.
Okay, all right.
Smoke that bowl.
After this, am I as mad as I was before? No. After this, do I see a different perspective on what I was looking at before? Yes. Yeah, poor Snooty, man. Just a victim of negligence too. You've gone a very long time without a doobie, sir, and I'm concerned. No, I actually haven't. It hasn't been that long at all. I actually learned some stuff about. Yeah, me too, man. I learned some stuff about the manatee. Hey, this character that you're playing, I'm gonna go ahead and put you in timeout. This character that you're playing, that you're trying to land this whatever it is, meme or joke or attempt at a joke at like, why are you cussing? I've seen you ask it 3 or 4 times, and I haven't gone to it because it's not funny or interesting. So you might want to think about rewriting that character and coming up with something else to do in here, like, I don't know, participating or whatever, because that ain't working. But you can come back in 300 seconds and have another shot at it. How's that? No gay shit. I don't remember that being a rule, but okay, I'll go with it. I'm not going to undermine one of my mod team. Whoa. Want to go inside, Dynor? You don't want to be out here. It's wet, huh? Go in there. Oh, no, dude. TJ Girk. Stupid DJ Girk again. Oh man, lost the motivation for this. I have lost my Highdeology motivation right now, probably because I did a pretty long one earlier, so I feel like I've gotten my ration of Highdeology for the day. I look smaller than before. Yeah, I'm losing weight, man. I'm losing weight. Me and Ashley are both doing really, really well. I mean, everybody's doing really well. TJ and Chelsea both lost weight. Me and Ashley both lost weight. So, ugh. Less stress on the house. Yeah, I do live upstairs here too, so less stress on that second story. Paul, thin is a normal person. I don't know if that works, man. I'll never be thin, but you know, I might be not as rotund as I am now. Great show tonight, Paul. Genuinely one of my favorites so far. I'm proud of you. Cool, Gorilla. I'm glad to hear that, man. Glad you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it too. Even outside of the big joke of it, it was a lot of fun. So that's all I can hope for from the show. That's why I love being on this show because it's always fun. And I'm not gonna lie to you. There are some days we sit down to do a show, and I'm feeling like, God damn, man, I really don't want to do this today. I wish we could just push this off till Tuesday, push it off till Saturday or some shit because I just am not in the mood. I don't want to do it today. But I always do it, and by the time I'm about 10 minutes into the show, I'm into it. I'm ready to go. I'm happy that I did it. So that's a pretty cool job to have, if you ask me. Like, even when you don't want to go into your job and you force yourself to do it, you end up having a good day anyway. Ice Poseidon is pissed at you, bro. Oh no. Who the fuck is Ice Poseidon and why should I care? I love when you bragged about being 0% Jew on Warski's show. Did I? Yeah, well, I just wanted to ingratiate myself with the crew over there, you know. I know that they're not the biggest fans of Jews, you know, so I wanted to let them know. Right off tops, they weren't dealing with a member of the tribe, you know. The Eye of Woe. Yeah. One of our regulars in here, Goddess Sabrina Fair Whisper, made another weird existential video from the Eye of Woe. It's pretty good. You should go look it up. She has a way of taking the silly shit that I do here and turning it into dark things, like the Who is V shit. She did, like a recut of that, made it all ominous and whatnot. Little Polly had a dolly. Due to his folly became odd and clearly what? Get out of here. Boo. 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 I don't know if you or TJ have looked into it, but using a compressor on your mics might help with the mic peaking issues. We're working on that. We've had a software compressor that's way too fucking. Anyway, tomorrow we've got a new soundboard that's actually here already, but we've got our sound engineer guy coming out to help hook us all up. Hopefully, solve all those issues, make us sound nice and crisp and clean. So we should sound remarkably better by Wednesday, barring some weirdness and, hardware conflicts or some shit that we can't control. But yeah, we're working on it. None of us is a sound engineer. None of us is an audio guy, by trade or fucking hobby. So, got to figure out all this shit on our own, slowly but surely, while still trying to do a show. What do you call 4 Mexicans drowning in quicksand? Cuatro Cinco. I get it. I get it. I get what you did there. It's about a dad joke if I've ever heard one, man. It's a dad joke. We got a dad joke up in here. Somebody's dad is in here joking. Oh my god, dude. This guy, whatever boner you've got for whoever the fuck Ice Poseidon is, go to his fucking stream or his fucking channel or his website or his email or wherever the fuck you can get a hold of whoever the fuck he is. And go bark up his tree. The fuck out of here. Jesus Christ, how many times do I gotta tell somebody? Yeesh. Yeesh. What am I supposed to do, man? How am I to maintain my sanity? You tell me. You tell me. What did the old man say before he kicked the can? Hey, how far do you think I can kick this can? Wow. I am fucking tempted to just absolutely cancel this stream right now. I'm so disappointed in you. You've played CSGO with Ice Poseidon, dude, surely the fucking pinnacle of your life. I'm sure it made memories that'll last a lifetime that day. Nike. Okay. Wow. This chat has gone to absolute dog duty. What happened to you people? Look at you. Holy fuck, man. It is off the charts. Look at this. Look at what you've become. Holy cannolis. What in the ever-loving clusterfuck is wrong with you people? What have you done? What kind of shoes you wear, cuz? What kind of shoes you wear, cuz? God damn it. Why are all you behaving like preteens? Behaving like? What do you mean? I was posting other stuff, but I thought maybe it would be trolly. It worked. Smiley face. It worked. I couldn't ask an interesting question, so I acted like an asshole, and it worked. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Hey guys, it worked. You should DFF biker gangs. Why? What have they done for society? Hmm? Now the humble manatee. Need to buy a compressor for these TISM levels. Yeah, dude. Can I get a TISM compressor too while I'm on it? We already purchased a hardware compressor for our mics. Can we get a TISM compressor too? Maybe our audio guy will have a line on a good TISM compressor. A man walked into. I'm not even gonna read any more jokes because the ones that have been presented already have been so fucking bad. Paul, what would you do if Ashley turned out to be a closet Jordan Peterson fan? I don't know. I'd be fine with it, I guess. I'd argue with her about it, but I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? Dude, if we DFF roach milk, I would want us to each have a glass of roach milk that we were sipping on the whole time. So we'd have to get some roach milk. But at that point, then yeah. What's a better show, Deadwood or Sopranos? Sopranos for me. Make mine Sopranos. You ever met a real Satan worshiper? What's that mean? What's the difference between a real Satan worshiper and a fake Satan worshiper? I've met some people who say they worship Satan. Does that count? Roach milk is a protein-packed beverage that is made from all of the bodily juices and moisture inside the body of untold roaches. It is an endlessly renewable food source that in the future, where famine and desolation are going to be the order of the day, will probably keep people alive. But for now, it's just a disgusting drink that nobody wants to touch. But trust me, people will be begging for roach milk by the end of this little fucking human experiment. What does it taste like? I don't know. I've never drunk it. You'd rather kill yourself than drink it? Well, I don't. I'd tell you what, dude. Go without food for 14 days and then have somebody hand you a big frothy glass of roach milk. And it probably doesn't taste gross. They probably make it taste like vanilla or some shit. You'd chug down that roach milk and ask for a second glass. People, we have the luxury of being picky, and once again, I'm no exception to my own criticism here. I'm a picky fuck. I don't eat meat on the bone. I don't like certain types of fucking vegetables due to the consistency of them. I don't like certain types of meats at all because of what they are and how they taste. You know what I mean? I'm a picky, persnickety piece of shit, but all of that would evaporate if I was forced into hunger. I'd be eating every goddamn thing that I came across that was edible. I'd be eating roaches off the fucking ground if the hunger was bad enough. Fuck the roach milk. How about an unprocessed roach? You'd eat that too. Why no meat on the bone? I had an experience that I had when I was a kid that I've never been able to shake as an adult. I was eating fried chicken at a family get together, and whoever had fried the chicken had not done it properly. And I bit into the chicken, and it was raw. I mean, just like not even like a little pink, but like raw chicken underneath the deep fried breading. And there was veins and tendons and just a mouthful of slimy, wet, tasteless, disgusting. And that happened to me, I don't know, when I was like 6 or 7 years old. And ever since then, I've just not been able to really genuinely bring myself to eat anything off of the bone. I mean, I've done it. Had a bite of ribs or whatever. I've eaten a bite of chicken, maybe a chicken leg or some shit, or a turkey leg. I've eaten bites of it here and there, but I've never ever I've been to like places like I used to go to the county fair a lot. There's a big fair in Fresno, and the reason I used to go is for food. And one of the things they would sell there is this giant turkey leg, and people would be walking around eating a whole turkey leg. And there were so many of them doing it that clearly, like, most people like that shit. But I just was grossed out by the fucking, just the idea. I could gag myself. Just the idea of carrying around a turkey leg all day and just eating chunks off of it as I went. I just, You know, just one of those traumatic, like, well, I don't even really think it's all that traumatic. It's just one of those things that, like, it's like a laser pointer from my past into my future. You know what I mean? Like, remember that shit you've been into? I can still feel it in my mouth. How, like, the breading slid off of the sliminess of the bite that I took. The rubbery, tendony, veiny, uncooked chicken. I can still feel it in my mouth, dude. So that's why I don't eat meat on the bone. Tried to cook roast chicken, put it in the oven for like 2 hours, and it was still raw. Fucking oven is terrible. Yeah, we have a pretty shit oven here too. Totally like inconsistent oven that has hot spots in it, which a good oven is not supposed to have. Just rife with hot spots. You'll put something on a tray, put it right in the center of the oven, and one side of the oven will just overcook, and the other side will be doughy or whatever the fuck. It's just retarded. It's a total piece of shit. Just another thing about this house and this neighborhood that I'll be happy to put behind me when we move. How much weight have I lost from keto? Somewhere around 10 pounds. It's probably more now. I haven't weighed myself in 3 or 4 days. But the last time I weighed myself, I was right about 10 pounds. A little more, actually, 11. I've always wanted to do scuba diving or snuba, which looks even more fun. But I've never been in a place and had the opportunity to do it, you know. But yeah, it's one of those things I would like to do. Do a little bit of scuba, go see some fish, go explore a reef. Sounds like fun to me. Sounds like fun where I come from. Make a coconut chutney. That sounds awesome, dude. People can be lost in underwater caves. They can indeed. They often are. It happens. It's happening right now. There's all that group of kids. I don't know where it is again. It's in like Nicaragua or Guatemala or something. Like the kids were on some field trip and they went exploring in some cave system and went too deep and it started to rain and the cave filled with water. You know, their exit filled with water and they've been trapped in there for like over a week. And they can't get to them. They were found today. Are they all dead? They're fine. Well, that's cool. They've got a story to tell then. That's pretty fucking crazy shit, man. Being trapped underground for a week and not knowing if anybody's coming for you. Not knowing if anybody knows, like, where you are, where you've been. Yeah, that's cool. They got some divers in there. That's nice. It's good to hear. Why not just swim? I'm assuming because they would have had to swim for longer than they could hold their breath. I'm guessing it probably had something to do with that. I'm guessing one of them, probably the teacher that was with them, tried and turned back when he realized he wasn't going to be able to make it to the end. And if he can't make it to the end, then the kids ain't going to make it to the end. You're not fat, you're thick. I'm thick. Yeah, I'm thick. Guys, I'm not fat, I'm thick. THICC. Probably too dark to swim. Oh yeah, you gotta keep that in mind too. They were just like amateur spelunking and went too deep into the cave before a rainstorm. So yeah, they're not gonna have like underwater flashlights and shit. They're not gonna have flashlights at all, probably. Just in the dark. Remember Basement Dad? That was crazy shit. Imagine being stuck in your dad's basement for over a decade, stuck there with your oh yeah, dude, that guy. I forgot about him. He was in Germany or some shit, wasn't he? Like, kept his daughter locked up in the basement and raped her a bunch of times and had a bunch of incest babies with her and kept them all in the basement too and was raping them too. It's like, holy fuck, man. Joseph Fritzl. Was that the guy you're talking about? Austria, yeah. Pretty crazy shit. Guy's still alive. I assume he's in prison somewhere. Somewhere in an Austrian prison. Yeah, that would make a good DFF topic because that's just crazy shit. Like, how fucking disassociated do you have to be to just keep a whole group of people hostage for fucking 10 years? What's his name? Joseph Fritzl. I think he was the guy who blamed his daughter for it, too. I don't remember that, but yeah, sounds like something a scumfuck would do. You guys deserve to be gassed for that show. Well, we're not going to get what we deserved, so you're going to have to deal with it, huh? Wonder if you'll ever deal with it. That's the last I'll care about it, though, is that one time I wondered if you'll ever deal with it. Dan Carlin's The Wrath of Khans would be an awesome DFF episode. It was alright. The troll was obvious. Cool. Cool. Well, I'm glad our audience, by and large, seems to have a sense of humor. Oh, dude, I looked at the Reddit, like, I don't know, 30 minutes ago or something, and it was fantastic. Well, right before the start of this, I looked at the Reddit, and it was just it was my goddamn dream come true over there right now. Read it. The comment section on the new video is pretty fucking amazing too. Just like, man, the amount of triggeredness is just, it's a bounty, a true bounty. Wasn't funny though. Oh shit, man. Can't tell you how much sleep I'm gonna lose over that. Fuck. A couple dorks didn't laugh at something I did. Whatever will I do? Yep. I don't know, man. It's just, I think they're like a good proportion of the people freaking out right now are trolling, which, whatever. God bless them. God bless them for their trolly nature. I've responded in kind to a few of the people that I heavily suspect are just constant concern trolls, you know. But there are a few people out there that don't have a sense of humor, and those people probably shouldn't be watching this show. This is a show where we ask that of our audience. You need to be able to find humor in things with us, even yourselves at times. First I was like, no, why? Digress to Brett, but I was happy to see it was a joke. Yeah. It was the smartest comedy I've enjoyed in a while. Cool. Glad you enjoyed. Dick slapped with a life lesson was on the menu today, guys. Uh-oh. Yeah. Well, whatever. Like I said, I think a heavy amount of the people reeing in the comments and on Reddit are trolling, and you know me. You know me. I love my trolls. I ban them, but I also love them. I ban them because that's what they're trying to earn, you know. But I'm a troll at heart myself, obviously, so. But the ones that are genuinely butthurt, like, I don't know what to do with you. Like, you might want to do what you're actually talking about and find another show to watch or something, because, man, the seriousness is just way too much. If you love them, you have to set them free. There you go. There you go. Sometimes loving someone is knowing when to let them go. And anybody that couldn't at least chuckle at the premise of tonight's show and the ensuing shit show, you know, I don't know. We're just in a sensitive PC age, yeah. Well, then, every time we defy the expectations of our audience, this is what we will reap. Which, to be honest with you, like some of it's funny because there are people with long threads saying I'm removing my Patreon. We actually gained patrons during the show. We have a net positive. Our Patreon is fatter now, right after the show, than it was before we started the show. So, once again, I think there's a lot of trolling going on. But whatever, they're making it spicy. They're making it fun. They're engaging in the banter, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. New patrons to sit at the fucking gluttonous feast. You know what, Paul? I was a patron. Not anymore. Uh-oh. See ya, man. Best of luck. All those manatee enthusiasts are sign up. They're popular animals. Yeah, man. People love the manatee. Look, I genuinely have an affection for the manatees that I didn't have before that episode. I mean, how do you do that? How do you do that? You make a good episode. That's how. Or do you donate to the Snooty Fund? Stay tuned. We'll have details for you on the 24-hour show. Apparently, big bitch out there. A herd of manatees thought she was just a big old fat manatee. Oh man, I'm sorry. Whatever. It was probably a harrowing experience for her, but to me, it was it was gold. Just a little nugget of gold. That's all that is. Yo.
You want to bring that inside to join us in a little party?
Sure. Are you guys okay with me bringing it in? I'm not gonna interrupt anything, am I? Okay. Well, I'm coming in then. I'm coming inside, because fuck that. I'm not gonna be out here and be a fucking total loner. Who? I mean, some of them definitively are. Why?
I don't know. I just heard a theory that they're all one big universe.
I mean, I don't think they all are, but some of them definitely are.
He hasn't said that they are, but I kind of subscribe to that theory that because like the Dark Tower is basically about that.
I mean, he's had certain properties cross over, so some of them. I mean, the Dark Tower contains multiple universes in it and contains characters from other Stephen King stories and even references to like Pennywise and shit.
Pennywise, the dancing clown. Right. And then there are books where Castle Rock isn't featured but is mentioned, or the area Castle Rock is mentioned. I don't know. I kind of think he's writing all in the same universe.
Derry, Maine comes into play.
Derry, yeah.
Stories.
In multiples, right? Yeah, it's introduced in it.
Okay.
The ones that I would say I'd have the hardest time making an argument for existing in the same unit. Shorter stories. So his collections of short stories, those seem to exist in there, but even some of those.
Clearly, like the Stand and shit,
Right.
doesn't take place in the same. I mean, because the world's still around and normal shit, but.
And Cell is another one where the world ends.
I mean, like, so they're not all connected, but there is definitely a Stephen King universe.
I mean, and they could be just different timelines in the same universe as well.
I mean, the Dark Tower series established that there are multiple universes, each with their own unique traits and shit, so.
Nosferatu gave me nightmares from appearance alone. Never even watched the movie. Yeah, I mean, like, you watch Nosferatu now, and because we've got all this gory shit, it's easy to kind of discount it as not as scary. But, like, if you really look at it, there's something super unsettling about that performance. Max Schreck is just a big question mark, too. Nobody really knows much about him outside of the fact that he was, the member of some kind of Russian acting troupe or some shit. He made all kinds of strange demands. He was a method actor.
One
Yeah, he was a method actor, so he fucking spent a lot of his time on set in character.
I don't know why I asked them if you wanted some, but whatever.
Does Ashley want this? I'm not sure.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. I don't know who's next in line. I think Chelsea next, right?
No.
Okay.
Just whatever.
Just go down the line.
This is just.
I don't know if this is a rescoring or I'll be able to tell you once you get a little bit into it.
Salvador, don't go in there.
No, this is the original score.
Get out of there.
I really love silent films. They're hard to watch if you carry all the expectations of a modern film into them, but if you look at them for what they are, they're just beautiful. Pass it to you. I wish I could, man. Well, actually, no, I don't wish I could, because we wouldn't have much of a J if I could pass it to all of you.
Everybody would get a tiny little puff.
Yeah, where's the fucking vampire?
See, this is TJ's problem, dude.
I bought more sugar-free vanilla and then I left it.
Left it at work.
There he is.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the first introduction of Count Orlok. Well, actually, you missed that. That's actually one of the most iconic scenes in the film. But so is this. This is Orlok having dinner with Harker, or whatever his name is in this. This is a blatant ripoff of Dracula. So.
Damn. They did not have the same table manners back then.
No. He just
Grabs the whole loaf of bread and like puts his hands all
Yeah.
over it, it's like putting it up against his body.
That's how I roll. Whatever.
I like that clock.
The clock is fucking awesome.
yeah, it's pretty dope.
Baby.
Oh shit. See, that's why you don't cut your bread all stupid.
Yeah, dude, look. No, Orlok's like, no, let me take care of that for you, bro.
Actually, the precious blood.
The precious blood. Oh. Yeah, get away from me, you freak. Yeah, I just love how, because modern film acting hadn't been invented yet, so everything was overblown. The fidelity of the cameras were so low that everybody had to be this way in order to really convey what was going on.
Yeah.
But it's a lost art form, man, this type of acting. Yeah, he's got a great, looming presence in this film. He's hunched over, but he's taller than everybody. I don't know, he's just great. It's an awesome film.
This flim are good.
There's another good one, too, that I watched recently for... I'd watched it before, but it had been a long time since I saw it. I found it on Amazon. Called The Golem. This is a rescoring. These audio sentiments are all modern, but they work really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Piercing eyes, the long fingers. And, you know, we didn't have the sentiments back then of vampires having fangs of their canines, so he has two pointy front teeth, which makes him way different. Just gives him a whole different countenance than a modern vampire gets. But I don't know. This has always been my favorite representation of a vampire. I really like Gary Oldman's performance too in the Coppola movie, but I don't know, there's something just like piercing about this one. The remake of Nosferatu is goddamn awful though. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's 70s or early 80s, but okay. No. We have a lighter. Dinor, get down. Go away. Go lay down somewhere. Crazy fuck. Hey, go lay down. No more. Playtime is over, bud. Your presence is smothering. Nosfa Gary Oldman. Damn, TJ needs some black slaps. Some what? What's black slaps? What's that, dude?
You're still streaming.
Yeah, I'm streaming, dude. I got the stream crack-a-lacking right now, dude. Dude, it's popping off in this joint,
This is the
dude.
last like pinkety drinkety before like tomorrow
Okay.
that can be made. So
I like these. Yeah, they're really good.
pinkety drinkety. I don't know. I'm starting to.
Gross.
You're the one that introduced me to how awful it was, though.
No, this is the keto pink drink, so it's different. Like, wait, this one?
Whatever.
This was awful? I don't know. Did I say this drink was awful? The keto pink drink?
The pinkety drinkety.
Just the word? Yeah.
Keto kills. Cool. Thank goodness. Man, I'm ready for this shit to be over. Come on, heart attack. Come on, cancer. Come on, hurry up quick.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Nobody actually wants those things. That's just dark humor, people.
Some people want those things.
Yeah, I don't want cancer.
There's somebody that does.
I don't want cancer. I don't want to have a heart attack. It sounds pretty scary.
Have some more. Yeah.
But it's usually fast, right?
I mean, I don't know. Some people like you don't die from it, but you just have like a fucking heart attack for 18 minutes while you wait for the ambulance to get there, and then the heart attack in the ambulance, and then a heart attack all the way that you get to the hospital till they can stop it. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that shit. Myocardial infarction. What a weird name. All right, I'm ending this fucking stream. Goodbye.